Oh, okay. Here we go.
Hey everybody, I just gotta walk back here.
Yeah, because we're not fancy and we don't have like a...
We should have like a wireless clicker, like, or we should have our own news team.
Yes, and we should call it Eastbrook Students Live at 10:14. So, what do we...
Yeah, so if you guys are wondering what the heck this video is,
We are too, frankly.
Yeah, so Nick and I, on Wednesdays, we're going to start doing an update from, kind of like a recap from last week's student night. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about what songs we sang, what we did in the high school teaching time, what we did in the middle school teaching time, and kind of what's coming up next in the next couple weeks.
It's mostly so that we remember because...
Yeah, because sometimes we get to like Saturday or Sunday, we're like,
Wait,
oh,
did we do this last
what
week?
are we doing again?
No, that's not true.
Okay, so on Sunday, thanks for all for who came.
Yeah.
We did a game that was about...
The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
I would say it failed miserably.
Yeah,
Frankly.
well, and I also think that the one answer we had from the mandolin,
Yeah.
I actually think that was a picture of an acoustic guitar.
Oh,
Or like a 12-string guitar. I don't think it was a mandolin.
so whoever made that game, yeah.
And then we sang the song Lion the Lamb.
Oh.
Then we did
Yep.
Promises. And then Nick, you did the pause.
Can I just say something about Promises just
Yeah.
a little bit? It kind of sounds like a Jack Johnson song.
Yeah, it does. It does have that like same
yeah.
kind of chord structure.
Yeah, I can't remember. Banana Pancakes, maybe? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like
We'll
it's
link
sped
it
up
in
in
the
pancakes.
description below. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Do we have a description below?
Oh, we can have a description below.
Okay, great. Whatever song it is, we'll link it down there.
And then you did the pause. We
Yes.
did some like meditation around confession.
Yeah.
And then we ended with the blessing.
Mm.
And then last week was our final week in the book of James.
Yeah, goodbye, James. We loved you. We still love you. It's not like our love is over.
And James he's been gone for a while. So
Just a minute. Yeah, it was a good book, James.
yeah, do you want to talk about what you talked about with
Oh,
this
yeah.
one?
So we actually spent the last 2 weeks talking about wealth and what James says about wealth. Because there's like only like a few verses at the end, but I think there's like this theme throughout James about what it really looks like to live like in community, and wealth oftentimes tears community apart. So just talk about a good view of wealth and what we should be doing with wealth. And really it comes down to being generous with what God's given us. It doesn't matter if we're poor or rich, we're called to generosity, not hoarding. And so that's what we kind of talked about. It was a great week. And then we had small groups, and that was the end of our time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for middle schoolers, we've been actually really in just the first chapter of James.
Oh.
Covering a lot
There's
of
4 other chapters.
Yeah, sorry guys. I literally could not move past the first chapter. But there's a lot of like main themes about the whole letter of James in that first chapter. But last week we kind of combined the last 2 weeks of the first talking about being quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry. And I always like I have to like focus. I'm like okay.
To be slow to listen and quick to speak.
Like, oh, oops. So we talked about that, and then we ended. We jumped to the very last chapter of James, and talked about being patient and suffering, which is kind of like one of the
Classic
main
evangelical. First verse, second verse, skip to the end. Yeah.
classic like 3-point sermon. But we also looked at like some quotes from the movie Inside Out to talk about looking at that one dinner scene where the mom and dad are there, but then the joy is gone.
Oh yeah.
She got like joy and someone else.
Sadness.
Are in some tube.
Yeah.
And then the mom's like, hey, like how's it going? And she's just like super depressed.
Right.
And then it goes to the dad, and she's like, and the dad is like,
It's like
totally,
watching like replay.
yeah, like totally zoned out.
That's not how it happens in real life. No, it is. But I don't replay sports in my head. It's more like Star Wars.
Yeah. Right. So this week we are starting a couple week series on the book of Proverbs.
Yeah.
Called Proverbs Uncovered. We're gonna talk about like commonly known proverbs and talk about what they actually mean rather than like, oh, this is like a good feeling piece of wisdom or something like that.
Yeah. I actually jumping into this. There's a lot there. I'm really excited for that. We're doing high school's doing Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 this week,
So are we.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming we're doing the same thing. Except for he's just going to be the first word for the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. RSVP. And
Yeah, I think that's all we have.
bye.
Bye.
Someone got to turn this off.
Yeah, I guess I should. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're,
Yeah. I only have one foot, so.